Okay, so uh, hi everyone. Welcome to this information session on study in France in engineering and sciences. My name is Arthur Bioro, and I'm in charge of the Campus France office at the Embassy of France in Singapore. I'm in charge of promoting French higher education in Singapore and helping the students to find their like their school, their university, if they want to study in France, and to help them in their administrative process. So today we are gonna present engineering and sciences in France and why you could choose France for your studies in this field. We will have the testimony of one alumni from a very prestigious double degree program between French School of Engineering and National University of Singapore, Yujia Chong, that will speak later. Um, okay, so I think we can go now for the presentation and then go on with Yujia's testimony. So first, if we say France, you probably have some pictures in your mind. Of course, the wine, love, the Eiffel Tower, bread, and all these kind of things. Those are symbols of France, and those symbols actually attracts many people. We had in 2018 90 million people visiting France. That made the country the first tourist destination in the world. Cultural life in France is really intense with a lot of cultural events, movie theaters, concerts, festivals. You have also a lot of World Heritage sites to visit. I put here 44. So it's a country really interesting to visit. Studying in France means also studying in the heart of Europe. So we are in the Study in Europe fair today. So if you choose to study in France, in Paris, or in any other city in France, you are actually by plane less than 2 hours away from any other capital city in Europe. For example, you are 1 hour and 10 minutes from London, 1 hour to 2 hours from Madrid, 2 hours from Roma, etc., etc. So studying in France is not only studying in France; it's also studying in Europe and discover a large diversity of cultures. But France is famous for some aspects, like the gastronomy, for example. You know probably the red wine like Bordeaux, Bourgogne, etc., the cheese, oysters, seafood, also the southwest of France gastronomy with like duck meat and other things that are really delicious. It's also a country for arts and literature. Maybe you heard probably of Victor Hugo, François Truffaut, Edith Piaf, or Claude Monet. Those people are really famous artists, from literature to painting to songs and film director. So they are all from France, and they all marked like a recent history in their specific field. France is a country of culture, but it's also a country of innovation and science. It's actually the first most awarded country for Nobel Prizes. Probably you know some of those people. At least you know for sure Marie Curie, who is the famous physician who was awarded with the Nobel Prize, and she's from France and Poland actually. Cédric Villani, who was recently awarded with the Field Medal 10 years ago, actually, is now member of the parliament in France. Jean Tirole in economics, and Françoise Barré-Sinoussi in medicine, who helped to discover the AIDS in the 80s. So France is a country for innovation and is also a high-tech country. Aeronautic industry in France is really strong. As you can see, we have aerospatial companies like Ariane Aerospace, Airbus for the planes, for the planes, and also the TGV, who is like one of the fastest train in the world actually, and is in France, and with that you can travel around the country and in other places in Europe. So France is nowadays a vibrant innovation ecosystem. Some like the government, they developed in the last years different programs for startuppers, entrepreneurs, and other innovative people that were created to help them create their business and create their innovation hubs. So, for example, we can talk about La French Tech, who is also present in Singapore. They helped almost 10,000 startups in the recent years to create and to grow. They raised more than 3 billion US dollars in 2017 and even more since then. And they helped to the creation of 300 incubators and 50 accelerators for startuppers from France and also in other places like Singapore, for example. We can also talk about Station F, which is one of the biggest, the biggest startup incubator in the world. It's located in Paris. More than 1,000 startups were created there, with more than 3,000 workstations available to anyone in need. France and Singapore, they organized in 2018 the Innovation Year. Maybe you heard of it. It was a really big event with more than 60 events organized during this year. 12 official high-level visits, 20 cooperation agreements, and 6 areas of strategic partnership signed between our two countries for this specific event. So here you can see a small map of the different industrial poles in France. If you're interested into nuclear, for example, you will be more interested to go to northwest part of France. Paris is of course famous for luxury, but also for finance, economics, and many other things. If you are more into pharmaceutical industry, Lyon is very famous with different companies that are implemented in this specific city. Marseille is more famous for chemistry. Toulouse is the capital for aeronautics in France and in Europe, basically. And Bordeaux, for example, is also good. Is also very famous for its food and beverage industry and agro business companies that are present in this city. France and Singapore have very strong relationships since 1965. Today, more than 20,000 French citizens actually live in Singapore and are part of the cultural and economic dynamism of the city-state of this place. And more than 1,000 French companies are actually implemented in Singapore. So that means that if you study in France, it's also an opportunity to actually work in Singapore, because you can start working in France and then work in Singapore in the same company, because a lot of big companies, they have headquarters in the two countries. So it's really interesting also for you. And for your information, in 2012, France and Singapore signed a strategic partnership that made our relationship even closer. So now let's talk about the higher education system in France. So what is it to study abroad as an international student? So first, you will not feel alone. More than 320,000 international students are going to France every year, which make the country the first most popular study abroad destination for international students, and actually the first most popular non-English speaking country for international students. So after the US, the UK, and Australia, France is present for higher education. The French higher education system is also something really big. As you can see, we have 2.5 million students in the whole country, in more than 80 universities, 224 engineering schools, 220 business schools, and even more technical and specialized schools. But today we will focus more on engineering and science programs. So how does the French higher education system works? So the French higher education system follows the European credit transfer system. So that means that if you go to universities, you will have your licence, which is the bachelor in French, in 3 years for 180 ECTS, and then your master degree will be in 2 years for 300 ECTS in total. There is also something really important, especially for engineering schools. It's the Grandes Écoles system. So the Grandes Écoles system is a really specific and prestigious pass in France for students. It's really selective schools, but open to anyone, international students and French students. So you can start with a bachelor degree there and go on for a master degree, a bit like in universities. But you can also go through a preparatory class and then enter the program for 3 years degree equivalent to a master degree. If you need more information, I would be really happy to explain you more in detail. Don't hesitate to contact me. But so it gives you a slight view on how the system works in France. Studying in France doesn't mean that you need to speak French, actually. You can come and study in English. Today, more than 1,500 programs are actually taught and proposed by any school or universities in France and in English. And we will talk especially about the one from École Polytechnique that was created a few years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. The French degrees are, of course, open to international recognition. As I mentioned, they all follow, like all the other European countries, they follow the European Credit Transfer and Accumulation System. So no worries for the recognition of your degree. If you go to a French university or French Grande École, it's completely recognized all around the world, including, of course, in Singapore. You also have the possibility, and that's something we will talk about later, especially with UJA. You have plenty of double degrees proposed with Singaporean institutions, including one which is called the FDDP, French Double Degree Program, between the best engineering schools in France and the National University of Singapore. So it's a really interesting program, but we will focus more on it a bit later in this presentation. Also, if you are interested, French universities, they have their campus here. It's more for business schools, but if later in the future you are interested, you can also check the INSEAD, ESSEC or EDEC programs, or STRAT if you are interested into design, to study in a French institution in Singapore. So what about the COVID-19 impact on French higher education system? So of course, like all over the world, French universities had to deal with this new situation this year. So for the 2020 intake that took place in September, they actually created an hybrid system between digital and face-to-face campuses. So that means that most of the magistral classes, they are actually made online. But right now, in 2020, for the smaller activities, they are organized in little groups. Like the social distance measures are all respected by the French institutions, really important for the universities. So it's not something to worry about if you are thinking to study in France. The borders are open for students, you can go there, and the safety is also preserved for everyone. Okay, so here are some links. We will share the presentation later, and it will be available on the website, and it's already available on the Campus France website. So now let's talk quickly about the cost and subsidies of in France. So studying in France is quite cheap compared to other countries because the French government, they subsidize all students, even international one. If you go to public universities, you can see that you will pay only a really small amount of money compared to the proper price that the government actually pays. So for bachelor degree, it will be around 2,700 euros a year, and for the master degree, 3,700 euros a year. The cost of living, which is on average 1,500 Singapore dollars a month, is quite similar to Singapore. And if you choose to live outside of Paris in other smaller cities like Bordeaux, Toulouse, Lyon, for example, it's even cheaper, as you can see, with an average of 12,000 Singapore for 1 academic year. But anyway, you have several grants and scholarships that are offered by diverse institutions. If you want to study in France, you can check the national and local government, like the regions, the cities, but also schools and universities. They have their own program, corporation, foundations. The French Ministry of Foreign Affairs, for the master programs, they propose the Eiffel Scholarship, Program of Excellence. So if you need more information, don't hesitate to contact us or to check the Campus Bourse website that have everything, all the information you need. Also, the Embassy of France in Singapore, we created for intern students, the France Excellence internship. So if you are studying in a Singaporean institution, but you want to have a French experience, but more like a professional experience internship, you can apply for this France Excellence internship program, and basically the French embassy will help you and finance part of your internship in France. So also, if you have any question on this program, don't hesitate to contact us. We will be happy to help you. So here you have like all the information needed. So what is it to live in France? As I mentioned quickly before, living in France is really living in a safe country. Indeed, everyone benefit from the social and security insurance, national social security insurance. So that means that if you get sick or if you need to go to the hospital or anything, you will not have to pay like a big amount of money, and you will get reimbursed for your healthcare. So that's something really good for you. France is also a business-friendly environment, as I said before, and now more than 30% companies were created in 2018 in France compared to the previous year. France is the 6th largest economy and home of 31 of the world 500 leading companies. So those big companies, they have offices in all parts of the world. So it's also good for your, especially in Singapore. So it's really good also for you. Even though studying in France doesn't mean that you need to speak English, you will of course get some French living there. And it's actually a really good thing, because French is an international language that is expected to be spoken by 700 million of people in 30 years. It's actually the most widely studied language after English, and the official language of multiple organizations like the United Nations, European Union, of course, Olympic Games. So if you're interested into learning French language before going to France, you can also check the Alliance Française website, Alliance Française de Singapour from website. They propose courses for Singaporean students, and it's really interesting for you if you want. So now let's focus on our programs, scientific and engineering programs. So first, I will speak about the bachelor degree from École Polytechnique. So École Polytechnique is the most prestigious and famous engineering school in France. It was created a long time ago during the French Revolution, and is under the direct authority of the Minister of Defense. It's a really selective school, really prestigious, and many Nobel Prizes and field medals are actually coming from École Polytechnique. So it's like not so big school, 1,100 teachers and professors. So it's good because you have really good condition for studying. 40% of the faculty is not French, it's actually an international faculty, and 99% even more of students are actually employed 6 months after graduation. So yeah, as I said before, many French Nobel Prizes actually come from École Polytechnique. So you have some example here, like Maurice Allais, Jean Tirole, Henri Becquerel. And it's awarded the second best small university according to Time Higher Education in 2017, and even after. This slide needs to be updated. So what is the International Bachelor Degree? The International Bachelor Degree was opened in September 2017 and is a program open to French and international students, completely taught in English, that provides a multidisciplinary training in mathematics, physics, computer sciences, and economics. So as you can see, 68% of the students are actually international students. Oops, sorry. So yeah, the bachelor degree, this international bachelor degree, really focus on the fact that it's open to anyone. I mean, from every country of the world. The diversity is really something important in this program. It's also, even though it's a scientific and engineering program, you will also need to learn and to study more languages. So you have language classes of German, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, and even other languages available for every student. And it's compulsory to have international exchange program during this bachelor degree. In Europe, you have partnership with Belgium, Denmark, Italy, Germany, Switzerland, UK, Asia, and the Americas, among the best universities in the world. So here are the admission requirements. Of course, because it's science and engineering, you need to focus your A-level or your IB on sciences and mathematics. You have 2 rounds of admission every year, one in October and one in January. And the prices, the tuition fees for this program is 15,000 euros for students outside the EU. So now I will talk a bit about the French double degree program, and after that, Yugia will present her experience in this program. So what is the FDDP program? It was created in 1999, and it's a double degree program as it stands, with 2 internationally recognized graduate degrees from NUS and from 6 of the most important business schools in France. In this program, you have a good balance between studying in Singapore and in France. You don't have to pay the tuition fees in France, and you have exposure to French education, society, and culture. It's also interesting because, of course, especially because they have partnership with those engineering schools in France, you have a good opportunity to network with French and other international students studying with you. And it gives you also proficiency in a third language, French language. So I already presented the Grandes Écoles quickly before. So this program is open to NUS students and I mean to every Singaporean students that choose to study in NUS. They can apply for this FDDP program. They just need to major in mathematics and physics. But also the School of Computing is also eligible. So how does it work? The 2 first years are in NUS with additional training in mathematics, physics, and French. The year 3 and 4 are in the Grandes Écoles with the core curriculum following the same program as any other students there. And after that, in year 5 and or 6, you can go for your master degree in Singapore, in the NUS, in computer sciences, engineering, or sciences. So at the end of the program, you get 3 degrees, 1 bachelor from the NUS, the engineering degree, master degree from the French Grande École, and a master degree from National University of Singapore. So you have all the information on the application on the NUS website, and I will give the floor to Yugia for more information on her experience and the details that she would like to share. Okay.
Hi, can you hear me? It's fine?
Yes, it's working.
Okay, so as Arthur has mentioned, I was in the French double degree program. So I did 2.5 years in NUS and then 2.5 years in Eco Polytechnic. So I think we've already talked a bit about most of the details. So I'm just gonna talk a bit more about the differences, I think, in my experience between Singapore and France. So I guess first of all, most importantly would be the education system. I think something very striking that I experienced between Singapore and France is that in the French system, it's a lot more fast-paced. Typically, a school year for me was 4 terms of 10 weeks each, and the exams would be just after the 10 weeks. So as you can see on the top left, that was a typical month of timetable. So every day was pretty full, as compared to NUS where it's a bit slower paced, and there was a lot more time for revision and self-study, etc., and reading weeks before the exams. Similarly, there's a lot of emphasis on rigor and on I guess theoretical rigor, and rigor also in the sense that the exam system was the exams were generally 3 to 4 hours long, so as compared to NUS exams where it's like 2 hours long. So there's that kind of mental training to work hard and to be able to sit at the table and be really focused on a question for 4 hours straight. And of course, you'd be studying with students who are used to that kind of education system. So it's a bit of a culture shock, I think, when we first went over. And similarly, the exams, the grades itself, I think in Singapore, there's a lot of tend to be a focus on trying to do well in exams and score very well. Whereas in France, the exams are all over 20 marks, and I think it's pretty normal to get like 12 or 13 out of 20. And I think there's like a less of a sense of trying to mark and to study hard just to get good grades, but also a focus on like understanding and being able to know what you're doing rather than just studying for the grades. You can see in the top right that was my cohort, my batch. So it's a very small school. I think we had we compared to NUS, obviously there's a lot less students in a typical batch in an engineering school in France, which means that it's a very close-knit community, and especially I think among the international students, which is the bottom picture. I think in any overseas program, people who are all international students would be very much bonded. So I think it was a really good chance to get to know people from all over the world, from Brazil, from Russia, of course from China, Cambodia, Vietnam, etc. Okay, I think even despite the very rigorous like academic curriculum, there was a very strong emphasis on student life as well. I think most of my friends were involved in very different extracurricular activities. I myself was involved in a Broadway production that we put on of Lion King, and girls soccer team and rowing competitions as well. I think there's also a very strong literary tradition. So we had like a school newsletter that was published every week with articles that were written by people, and I guess like it was a good experience in the sense that you really felt that everyone had very different interests, and it wasn't just about studying math and engineering, but also exploring like French politics, which is like the bottom right photo, which is in my hostel kitchen, so that everyone would be watching the political broadcast together in the lead up to the elections, etc. Which I think is a bit different in a small school setting in France as compared to NUS, where I think in Singapore the CCAs are generally reserved, or like when you represent the school, it would mean that you are really a top quality sports player, etc. But because the school in France is smaller, you have more of a opportunity to explore different sports or new activities that are a bit different. And of course, as mentioned, you have time to travel, so and time to eat a lot of good food. I think one of the advantages of my school was that we had a very good kitchen, and it was like a shared living space where I learned like French recipes from my friends, etc. And of course a lot of good cheese. I wouldn't belabor the point. I think we're all convinced that French culture is pretty cool. And of course, being near Paris is pretty interesting because there's a lot of like more traditional cultural institutions like the opera, the museums, even French literature and film. I think there's a very strong film culture in Paris and Lyon, and even also in France. And of course, you get exposed to French memes, which is a interesting world in and of itself. I think that's something that's a bit different that you would pick up in your studying years that you might not pick up afterwards. If, for example, even if you work in a French company, or if you live in France after for in your work life, but without, I think in your schooling years you tend to be more exposed to like the popular culture in a way that you would not necessarily be in a workplace or in a professional setting, which would of course help you bond with people and make jokes, etc. And I guess lastly, some other experiences would be having the opportunity to do internships in Tunisia and North Africa and Montreal, which is in Quebec in Canada, which are both French-speaking cities, countries, which I think definitely are experiences that I would not have had if I had not been in France. So as mentioned, like because the school is very small, the alumni has a very strong sense of community. So it's pretty easy to find like internships in Tunisia, in Montreal, by through the alumni network kind of. And although both these places are French speaking, the culture is obviously very different. Like Tunisia and North Africa, it's Muslim majority countries and very different culture, and whereas Canada is North American culture as well. So I think it was interesting to have like these open doors into other cultures other than France and Europe as well because of my education in France. And currently I'm working in Singapore in a company called Be Bright, which is a French Singaporean company. So as was mentioned before, there are a lot of French tech companies in Singapore, and who are more than happy to have people who are able to speak French and who have gone through the French education system. I think that throughout my experience in France, there was really a focus or like on exploring the more new ideas and like innovation and tech. I think that was something that we were really pushed to explore during our internships throughout our studies in France. Which I really appreciated, and I think which is something which is why I decided to work in a small company upon graduation. I think that's all I have for my sharing. Happy to answer questions if any.
Thank you very much, Yujia, for this really interesting testimony. So yes, if you have any question to Yujia or to me for the Campus France side, don't hesitate to either type on the chat box or even raise your hand. We will be really happy to answer. Okay, so we have one question from Adastra, Valdric. I will graduate with a local polytechnic engineering diploma in 2022. So will I be also eligible to apply for French universities in engineering bachelor degrees? Yes, indeed. You can apply for other engineering school. They have like bachelor degrees, and it's open to anyone who has the equivalent of either A-level or a polytechnic degree. Yes, it's completely possible to apply for a bachelor degree. Not a master degree yet. You need to go first to the bachelor, but it's for a bachelor. It's completely accepted. You're welcome. Do you have any other questions? I will just type my the email address in case you want to reach me. You can also contact this email address. So don't hesitate. We usually get back to you in one day or something like this. So if you have any question, you can also send us a mail to here. So one question from Olivier: Is the IB the only diploma considered to access these programs? No. Of course, the French baccalaureate is also recognized, and the A-level from like the French, the Singaporean junior colleges are also recognized. And as I mentioned, the polytechnic degrees is also recognized if it's engineering and science polytechnic. Yes, no problem. Question from Hélène: What are the possible master and career after polytechnic bachelor? So after the polytechnic bachelor, you can you have the opportunity after to have a master in the polytechnic school, École Polytechnique, or actually any other engineering school in France, but it's easier even to go to the polytechnic master. It's also a good opportunity to apply for master degrees abroad. A lot of international students after their bachelor degree from École Polytechnique, they actually go to American universities, for instance, or British universities. So yeah, it's really something you can think about. It's really internationally focused program, so that's also why it's really interesting. Do we need to have any French certifications, DELF, to study the French courses? Yes. Generally, if you want to study in French, I precise, not for in France, but in French language, yes, you need the DELF, and generally the schools ask for at least a B2 level. But if you study in an English program, or for example the bachelor, it's you don't need to have any French certification. So one question from Camille: Is there any special requirement for a master's degrees in France if you have a bachelor degrees from a university in the Philippines? Not really. I mean, as long as you have like all your information. Generally, if you apply for master's degrees only, you need to have like a dossier, like a folder with all your mark transcripts, all the diplomas, your motivations. Sometimes you will need to have an interview either by video conference like this, or face to face sometimes. So no, I mean the fact that you have a bachelor degree from university in the Philippines is completely acceptable. It's just you just need to apply. When is the next intake for master's program? Will the admission be tougher for students who had graduated 1 or 2 years ago but choose to continue master programs? Okay. So the next intake for master programs in French public universities, it will start the 1st of November, actually, from 1st of November to 1st of March or 3rd of March. Sorry, I don't have the exact date, but from November to March. So yeah, no problem for that. The admission be tougher for students who had graduated? No, it's not tougher for students who graduated 1 or 2 years ago, especially if in between you had like experiences in the industry or something like this. It's something really appreciated by the schools and universities. So it's not no, it's not an handicap or any kind. It's not a problem. We even have like students sometimes that are like that graduated 10 or 15 years ago and want to pursue their master degree in France. That happens sometimes, so it's not a problem. Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, so I want to thank Yugia for her presentation. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. It was a pleasure, as always, to have you here. And if you have any further question, don't hesitate to contact us at the study at Amba France address that is in the chat box. And I wish you a very happy Saturday and good webinars with the other webinars that are proposed by the Study in Europe Fair. Okay, thank you very much.